This is your
Welcome back to the WODprep podcast. I'm your host, CJ DePalma, with all the better hosts, everybody. What's up? And welcome to week 2 of the CrossFit Open. 26.2 is about to go down, and we're super stoked. What's up, guys?
Oh, that's my friend Steph. That was just on screen. What's up?
Cool. What's up? What's up?
What's up?
How's everyone doing? Good.
Good.
Try and find the right little thing here.
Do I need to mute until I'm talked to?
I mean, we can't really hear you.
I was going to say, you're pretty chill right this second.
I think all the eyes are going to go to you, but
well,
the small corner.
I was going to say we're on the small screen right now. So, Kevin.
Or the
Seriously.
He says trying to get his cardio up. That's right. He is trying to increase his fitness over there.
it's like 9 o'clock there, 8 o'clock there right now.
I have no idea. I don't even know where they are. Where are they at? Spain?
I think they're in Portugal.
Yes, Portugal.
Portugal?
Yeah.
7 hours.
Yeah, depending on time of year. Is it 7 right now?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah, that's still so crazy to me.
106,000
Let's go, baby.
concurrent watchers.
Make sure to like, guys. Like that screen. Talk about them nailing it, right? 1 and 2 female on the leaderboard. That was
good.
Yeah.
Nailed it. Oh, we're going to change that.
What are we changing?
Nothing. That was on my.
I mean, I'm glad Lucy was 2. Like Miriam, you can kind of just assume, but I don't really think you could assume Miriam would be, or Lucy would be 2.
Yeah, I don't think so. Not with that workout.
6.2. Welcome everyone inside the studio here. Adrian Conway, the 3-time cross games.
I think she's given plenty of reasons for us to think she'd just prevail.
Yeah, but second in the world, an open workout's just different.
Yeah, I don't think it was a question on her ability. It was more of a like
James. James is going to be fine. He's going to be good. But 6th in the world is still like.
Yeah, exactly.
That we named
4 spots difference. Yep.
For delayed onset muscle soreness. I don't know if he's into the categorical names, but that would be my suggestion. Well, let's look at a couple.
Are we excited about this? Do we all feel like we have a good idea of what this is going to be?
I think it has to be muscle ups.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Gymnastics.
I think if double unders exist in the open, they come now.
Yeah, with the amount of double unders next week in Waterpolo.
Same for rowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a substantial volume of rowing in Miami, Waterpolo?
No, there's no rowing. There's no rower. I don't think so, right?
It's an interesting argument, though, right? I mean, I feel like I heard that Waterpolo rightfully didn't know the workouts, right?
What do you mean?
You have to know the equipment involved, though.
Yeah, well, so they basically what they did was they just submitted a bunch of stuff and they got feedback on like you probably shouldn't do this or you probably should do this,
Right.
sort of that gist. So anyways, which WODprep coach? If there's a lot of gymnastics, I'm probably gonna force Ben to do it, since I can't.
Yeah.
And if there's lifting, I will go live on WODprep.
Thanks,
There you
buddy.
go.
And if it's low skill grunt work,
Claire's gonna
I'll
do it.
handle that.
CJ's going to go live.
Gonna go live again. I'll do some light barbell cycling, dude. If it's like week 3, I can really see like 19.1 or 20.1 redo, like depending on this week. Just
I really like 20.1. It's a good test of fitness.
It's a great test of fitness. I would definitely get back on live and rock that workout. No way I'd beat my score then, but I think I could still make it under the time cap.
I'm not even like that good at it, but you do a workout and you kind of feel what it feels like. And you're like, man, that just all around, I feel like that was just a good test of fitness. So it's okay. Like it's not it's not really like a strength test, but I don't think it's all aerobic. I just some workouts are like, this was just a good workout.
Yeah, 80 barbell snatches at 95 pounds. If it was 65, or 75, it's different, you know?
Okay. So, by the way, about this open performance that we saw from Lucy Campbell getting second, like you guys said, we know James is going to do well. He still got sixth versus she got second. Is that alone even just like it's just another notch in her belt of like, hey, in case you guys weren't sure if you should be scared of her this year, like you should.
Oh, 100%.
I disagree completely.
All right.
You don't think so? You
I
don't
do.
think it's
The
just
open
like
means
another...
nothing. The open means nothing. Should we be quaking in our boots about Mirham? She beat everybody by a minute. Is Mirham the next one coming? No, we know she's not.
No,
Right, I
but
don't
we
think that's
know
the same
Lucy is at the
conversation.
highest level. Like, we know Lucy is at...
It's just, you
in-person
can't take anything
competition.
from the open. I don't care.
I think you can take some stuff.
Zero.
On an unrelated note, isn't Keira McManus like 14 or 15?
16.
16, okay. That's
I was
crazy.
trying to be sarcastic on the spin, and I was like, tiny little thing, because she's
Oh, yeah, I know.
she's like a pretty good lifter, and
She's a really good lifter. Like, she's
zero people like caught onto that at all
did.
during the chat, and now like I got like 3 DMs like, hey dude, you don't know anything about her. I'm like, I'm trying to be.
I caught every second of it, along with your Eminem outfit.
Yeah, I thought that was a little underrated too. I really thought that was cool.
Well, you put it on so early. Had you switched and
I
changed
thought
right
we were
before
gonna
you
get
said
there
it?
early. I couldn't time it right, CJ.
Well, you guys knew when you were going to talk about it. Like, it was
You was
later
talking
in the
about
show.
Vindicate. I didn't. I never know. Like,
Oh,
I know the topics. I don't know when
Got
we're
it.
going. You know.
yeah. I thought it was pretty funny. I knew as soon as you said puffy nipples, I was like 8 Mile baby coming in hot.
Let's get it.
Just before you even finished.
Tell me something I don't know.
Oh my gosh, so good. No, and I even once you finished, dude, no one got that.
I know. I was so disappointed.
Yeah. Okay.
There was a really cool interaction on social media. Let's see here. Let me go to Lucy's. On Lucy, she shared a post from the doc that just came out, and I thought the interaction between her and Tia Clara was really special. Let me get that pulled
Oh,
up.
Tia's so catty.
No, but I mean, like, yes, but not on this. It was great.
By the way, I bought it.
Look
Good
at
job.
you. So proud of you. Yeah, so the post was, I guess, should I hush up for this period?
No, you got time.
Okay. Well, so it's a share of part of the doc, and it says, Lucy says, the 2025 CrossFit Games documentary is out. I'm too nervous to watch it right now, but you guys should. I won't lie. After 2022 games, I was a little disappointed to not really be featured in the doc after winning 2 events as a rookie and being the first person to beat Tia in a swim. But I guess I wasn't part of the storyline at the time. And then Tia said, don't worry, Lucy. I remember when I wasn't featured at all and I podiumed. You just got to keep doing what you're doing, and they will have no choice to capture everything you do.
Oh, that's cool.
It was
That is
super
cool because, all right, here we go.
He's going.
6.2 is going to start right here with the dumbbell.
Oh my God.
But actually, I have a friend in the crowd.
Two dumbbells, two dumbbells, two dumbbells.
Luces, come out here.
2 dumbbells. No.
Tiago competed in the CrossFit Games last year, and he's one of the top athletes in Portugal. Tiago, will you demonstrate some of the movements for me?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, great. The first
Dumbbell.
movement is going to be the overhead walking lunge.
Okay.
Sweet.
Hell yeah.
We are
But
going to
wait,
lunge
2
on the
dumbbells.
floor.
Come on.
Dude. Double overhead dumbbell walking lunge is going to punch people in the fucking
To
mouth.
this
Probably
side,
means no weights though in this
20
workout.
feet. Then he's going to turn around and come back.
Did you say 20 feet?
I think so. Is that what y'all heard?
Yeah. Another distance change. That's
So
fine.
probably 100 feet total.
Makes it easier on affiliates.
Yeah.
At this point, the athlete will then do it one more time, down
40.
and back
Mhm.
for a total of 80 feet. Once he gets back, he's going to pick up the dumbbell and he's going to do 20 dumbbell snatches.
And the dumbbell snatch is back.
Steve's favorite movement. It's ridiculous.
It is.
This is an AMRAP thing,
Once
yeah.
he finishes the
Definitely.
20
It's gonna
dumbbell
be 20
snatches,
minutes.
we are going
Please
to
be
come
burp.
over here
We're going to the
Now
rig.
fall over.
Please be a burpee
And you're
pull-up.
Muscle
going to do 20 pull-ups.
20 strict? Is that what he said?
No.
No.
Okay.
So we have an ascending situation with the skill on the rig.
After he finishes 20 regular pull-ups, he's going to come back over here, pick up the dumbbell,
Is he gonna say overhead squat?
and go down and back again with the overhead walking lunge. Then he will do 20 snatches. Then he's going to come to the bar
20 chest to bars.
Yeah.
and he is going to do 20 chest to bar pull.
There we go. God, I would have fucking. I'm
Come
so
down.
upset right now
At that point, he will come back over to the
Why are you
dumbbell,
upset?
because I
Because he
can't
can't
do
do
it.
it.
and he's
Because I
going
can't
to
do it.
Oh,
I would
overhead
crush
walking
this
lunge,
workout.
yes, you
down
would.
and back, down and back. Then he's going to come over
So
here
sad.
and he's going to do 20. Then he's going to come to the bar and he's going to do 20 muscle ups.
And then 20 ring muscle ups.
Yeah, I know.
But wait,
Yeah.
I said 20 muscle ups.
Hell yeah.
I didn't
Nice.
say what kind of muscle ups.
There we go.
Hell yes. Is he really gonna go bar and ring? in the same workout?
26.2 is
No, I think just rings.
80
No.
feet of
Bar. Well, no, there's
overhead
chest to bars.
walking lunge,
Oh, yeah.
20 dumbbell snatches, 20 regular pull-ups, then 80 feet of overhead walking lunge, 20 dumbbell snatches, 20 chest to bar pull-ups, then 80 feet of overhead walking lunge, 20 dumbbell snatches, and 20 ring muscle ups.
Is it for time?
Gotta be.
4 time with
What's the time
a
cap?
15-minute cap.
That seems low.
Good luck, and I
The
will see
cap
you
seems
on
low?
the
Seems
leaderboard.
aggressive.
The workout seems low.
Oh, the volume. I think it's more
Yeah.
for the people
I
to
think
find
people will
broken
just
magic.
do this really, really quick.
Yeah, they're gonna. I mean, who's gonna go unbroken?
Because it's not, I mean, yeah, not even the 20 ring muscle ups at the end, but just seems like a low volume workout.
Yeah, it is a low volume workout.
Which would
I
mean
think it's just
See,
all about the muscle up at
60
the end.
dumbbell snatches. Yeah, I mean, like that's not.
I mean, it's a
really
muscle up
anything.
workout.
no,
It's
it's nothing.
It's only a muscle up workout. That's the only thing it is. Okay, so
CrossFit Games Open workout.
It's
All right,
another
so-
one. We're gonna see so much inconsistencies with the with both of these first two movements. I feel like. I mean, it's kind of the
Oh,
nature.
the pull ups. Pull ups
I mean-
really shouldn't be in the open just because of judgment standards. Usually it's just the bar.
So we had 12 minutes last week. This week we got up to 15 depending on the athlete. Reasonable to assume we'll possibly see a longer time domain in week 3. I know I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, but
I mean, if
There's
they're
no,
all-
we haven't had a barbell, so it's going to be escalating weights. My guess would be snatch. There
My-
might be rowing.
my
double unders.
thing, I don't think it will be, and I know you guys don't think that it does, but like because it's at Wadapalooza, there's no way they're going to have 60 lanes of people going through it with an escalating weight. There's just not going to be enough equipment there, and I think that makes a huge factor of what it's going to be. I think it's going to be a stationary barbell. In burpees.
So then, like once again, strength's not tested in the open.
Correct.
repeat of the open workout.
I think the power snatch is definitely a possibility.
And it's just 135 and 95.
All right. So, So what do we think? Fast
Yeah.
for
I
the
think
top.
this is
It's
another
fast
one
for the
that's-
top, and I think it's who's going to be able to go unbroken at the 20. That's the separator.
Yeah.
Is this how long is this workout? What's the fastest time?
Quick.
smooth snatches won't take any time.
Lunge.
7 minutes.
Just
8
80
minutes.
feet. So is that a minute? No.
No. Probably
Yeah, I think
40 seconds.
Okay, let's. We're
Yeah.
talking about full sprint. So 40
People who are
seconds.
blitzing,
40 seconds. 20 dumbbell snatch is also
40 seconds.
40 seconds. Okay.
Quick transition, right?
Okay,
120.
so minute 20 unbroken. So we're under 2 minutes in the first two in the first round, under 2 minutes in the second round, because that's basically the
6 minute
time.
workout.
If they, I don't think. Well, the
I think
muscle
the
up takes
fastest
longer.
time in the world will be sub 6.
Let's see. 3.
Oh yeah,
The
there's no
fastest
double
time in the
unders.
world.
No double
You
unders
say
too.
6?
Yeah.
Woo!
I don't think.
Yeah, I mean,
I
I
don't
was
think
thinking
the,
like
I don't think the
7 is
last round can be done in 2 minutes, can it? Because the ring muscle up just takes longer from a
Doesn't
volume
matter. You're going to have
perspective.
to. I agree, but they will have a little bit of a buffer. If
Yeah,
you're
true.
blitzing this, I just think the fastest time in the world will be sub 6. Now, only like one person will do that, and then the good people will be 6 to 7. If you're elite at all, it'll be sub 8, and then it'll be 8 to 10 for people like Nelson, and then
I like to hear that.
what 8 to 10 minute workout.
No,
It's a good
just
one for
that.
Nelson. It's a good amount of volume for you.
Yeah, no, it is. I mean, this is like how smart can you be? Like, because you can sprint, you can like be really fit and sprint really hard on the first couple of pieces, but like it's ring muscle up capacity for sure.
And you can beat people that are fitter than you just by being smarter.
100%.
Yep.
If you can like get to those rings and do like a set of 6 as opposed to like a set of 3, regardless of what your max set is, and I think that makes like a huge difference. Both like I think the ring muscle up is like so much of like a confidence movement and like a being able to predict fatigue, and like unless like outside of those that like are just going to sprint this thing the entire time, then it's a little different. So I mean, for even people within like the top 5
All
to
right, let's see the
100%.
Let's see the like the whatchamacallit, the standards, the sheet. I hate how they don't have it up. Like
I was gonna say I don't think they have it available
get your
yet.
breakdown. Get your breakdown.
Also, just probably so many people like.
What's the? I hope 55 plus is doing a muscle up. I don't think they are, but I hope
I
they
was
are.
a little nervous about it being.
Oh, I say that actually. Hold on. Workout description and scorecard. Yep.
Is it up?
Yep. So you want me to go into it?
Yes, for sure. I'm actually just gonna try and bring it up. Where do you see it?
I will text you the link. CJ. Cool. Just text you the scorecard. I guess I should put that in that entire group chat. Yeah.
55. Yeah, it's the same muscle ups.
Really? All right.
Yeah, it's the same workout, just lighter dumbbell.
Are you gonna
Stop talking? I'm hurting. It hurt me.
Oh man.
It's an interesting. I assume the tie breaks are at the end of the snatches each round. So.
No, I would think at the end of the gymnastics.
No,
I hear what you're saying.
It's always before the gymnastics.
Yeah, because I'm thinking
it's like it's one full round though. Yeah.
No, it's before the dumbbell. Nelson's right.
Okay.
Chat saying who do we think is going to win the workout right here between the announcement girls?
I feel like Lucy's good at muscle ups.
Probably Lucy. I mean, it's going to be close. I think she's going to have a gap going into ring muscle ups. And then,
I think they'll all be together.
Miriam's going to have a gap into ring muscle ups just from cycle rate, and then I think Lucy hangs on just a little bit longer, right? Isn't that the?
No, I think they will all be right together, and then Lucy will ring muscle up fresh.
Well, and I mean, looking at the lunges too, I know it's not like a ton of distance or anything, but obviously, like Lucy's got longer levers,
Right.
Distance always hurts.
All right. So, all right, let's talk about this. Number one, I'm super excited that CrossFit gave the 55 plus an opportunity to do the exact same workout. I'm very, very, very excited for that. Except just a lighter dumbbell, which I think is arbitrary. It's dumb. I don't think they need that light of a dumbbell, but it's fine. I love it.
I think for this movement in particular, you could make the argument for it, like the overhead walking lunge.
Yeah, sure. I mean, but they get to do pull-ups, they get to do chest to bars, and they get to do muscle ups. So this is a race for most athletes to a tie break, right? If you know you can't do the next. So we have to break this up into some different levels.
For sure.
And so there's the level of, can you not do any of the next movement, the next gymnastics, then it's a tie break to whatever it's a race to that tie break before that movement. Okay. Can someone make sure that I get back on screen when they come on?
I'm about to get it pulled back up to tell you.
Okay. I'm watching. Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. And then you have the athletes that are probably going to be really close to getting one or a couple or are looking for open magic. Then it's a paced workout up until that point. Okay. Then you have athletes that know that they're going to go deep into it, or they're going to, they're not super good at the next move, but they know they can get some or some singles, right? Then again, it's a pace to that point, making sure you're as fresh as possible going into whatever that next gymnastics pattern is. And then finally, you have the athletes that are going to finish all of it that still need basic, besides probably our top 100 athletes in the world, truly. Even in both 20 muscle ups after all of that, even though it's a short amount of time, it's extremely interfering and compounding, very much like last week. So those muscle ups are going to feel not good as soon as you get on there. So don't anticipate that you're going to hold the same amount of sets that you did prior to like the workout, like you would fresh, right? So something to consider there.
And this is also a very repeatable workout. Would you say that you feel that way about it?
It's definitely like a take 1, take 2 workout for those athletes.
I agree.
Like
You
border.
could do it on Friday and just feel it, go off a feel, and then pace yourself to a faster time on Monday.
Yeah, they're kind of getting warmed up here. I'm curious though. Can you go to the dumbbell overhead walking lunge standards? I want to see if there's anything in there regarding holding the dumbbell. Okay,
yeah, it's the same standard that we always have.
Yeah, the tilt, but not the cup of the head.
Be right back. I gotta change the baby.
Cool.
She smells.
I assume you can change overhead on the snatch.
Hey guys, if you are looking and you are really, really fucking close to your next muscle up, go to WODprep.com and join WODprep Academy right motherfucking now. And let us help you get over the rings. Get over the rings. If you are close, go to WODprep.com, join the group, and post a video in the next 30 minutes, and you're going to get feedback. You can join our live strategy call, which starts in 1 hour. All right. So,
all right, let's go ahead and flip it back.
It is going to be, it's going to be it. Are we here?
Yeah, you're going to want to go live.
And having that
Oh,
trust,
is it not live? Why does it keep doing that on my end?
Starting in 10
Here we go.
seconds.
Oh, dang. I must be a little behind too. I am. Good catch, Nelson.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, and pull-ups or chest to bar, by the way. Let's just be clear. If you struggle with pull-ups, we can help you there. If you struggle with chest bar, we can help you there. You don't need to be getting your muscle up. We can get you that next gymnastics pattern if you think you are close. All right?
God, it's like the lunge is such a wild movement to me in cycle speed.
So remember, we're speeding through this now. They're transitioning arms in the air. I don't know if that's necessary in round 1. Should we talk through this or just let them ride?
I think it's okay to talk through it.
Okay. I think we know that Miriam's going to move really quick here. It's even for the highest level athletes. It's not going to be who gets to the muscle up first. I don't think there definitely isn't any females that I think can go unbroken on the 20. John, do you think
there's going to be any
on the 20? No,
I mean,
there's only there's only
like
maybe 1 or 2 females in our sport that can do 20 unbroken.
Yeah,
Gosh.
I just feel like there's always like that always happens, and then somebody always does it.
Yeah, you love to see it. Look at the urgency. Von Rohr getting to that.
Tim, whenever he was making that shout out about getting into Academy, I think he was talking to you. Never did a ring muscle up. I can crush the rest. If you can crush the rest.
I think Alex Kazan will try.
Okay, good.
And if she misses, she'll be like 18-2. I don't know if somebody can go 20. Like CJ said, you are fatigued. I know like 25 is the most I've heard of anybody doing unbroken on the female side. So it's a lot. I think Alex, maybe Emma would try, knowing if they blow up, it's only 2 more. But it's hard to call. I would venture to say no, but I know those. Alex Kazan would be my guess if somebody does.
Yeah. I'm trying to think who's.
Miriam's got a 20-foot lead over the other girls right now.
Yep. On 40-foot lead over.
Got a little bit more.
Gracie.
Oh, get out of the
Not
way.
Gracie. Amy. Yeah. I mean, Vicky talking about the toe touch. That literally only matters at their level, right? As far as like dragging the foot or coming to what we call like a step 2. Sorry, I fixed it, Amy. Yeah, it's just an interference. It's just time under tension as far as the top athletes. The lunge is just to make the muscle up feel worse. That's it. That's all it is. We'll go unbroken here.
Gets to the rig in less than 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Now moving into 20 chest to bar pull-ups.
We're going fast. Where are we at? What's the time? 250.
50,
Yeah, John was right. Sub 6 for sure. She's going to be done at 3 minutes. So sub 6, I think, is definitely on the table. Maybe not for girls, for guys for sure. She's going to be on that bar.
Gus saying muscle snatch versus power snatch. I think that like this is very much like a yes to both. Like maybe you start off as a muscle, but be really smart about again predicting that fatigue. Throw in a power snatch in there. I mean, the muscle snatch is honestly fractionally faster. I mean, for these guys, it's going to make a difference, but it could also be the difference between you failing a ring muscle up, and that's a lot more costly.
Yeah, it's very dependent.
Interesting
on
how
how...
Miriam transitions and holds the dumbbell, like kind of like goes sideways.
Oh, she's got to go back. Is that what I'm seeing?
Oh, nice.
She
That's
did
a
not...
huge. Oh, so
That's
it looks
crazy.
like
Yep.
that was
I don't think
big.
she got both feet across before she tried to race on to the next bit.
God, and look how fast she's still going, though. That's so nuts.
Yeah, she just did an extra 20 feet,
Something
which is
else to
huge
notice.
for these other girls. But
Do you think it makes a big difference to, like, they're going straight from their overhead lunge into their first rep? Would we recommend that? Do we suggest setting it down, using that as a break, like for a quick breath? Like they're staying on the same arm, going into their snatch and starting their rep there. I think that there's, an interesting argument for both, but I think that for a lot of people,
so they're getting to definitely not sub 6. None of them are going unbroken in 90 seconds.
Well, and
but I do think guys can. I think there's going to be a guy or 2 or 5 that get to here and go unbroken.
You know who my guess would be for unbroken?
she's redoing this.
If I don't know if he's doing the open, Claire, you should check. Is Augustine Riquelme?
Oh yeah. He's the one. He's got like 30 easy 30 unbroken, right?
And I don't know if you guys remember
What did Miriam
this.
just do? Did she just do 5 or less than that?
Probably 5 or 4. Oh, she's at
There was
failure.
a quarterfinals workout where there was 20 ring muscle ups at the end. Nelson's probably very familiar with this workout. I want to say it's got handstand push-ups in the beginning.
that 20
bar.
Way more interfering than this, I think.
Rope climbs. Way more interfering. And he went unbroken in the ring muscle-ups, and he was the only him and
I do remember seeing
I want to say one other person did, but it wasn't as fast as him. Like,
Didn't he have,
Victor
also
Hopper.
went outside, like he changed, like
Yeah, and everything was just the most unbroken thing you've ever seen. I mean, it was legit.
I remember.
But he would be my pick for something like this.
I just sorry to cut you off. Amy just went like 10 unbroken and is now basically she took over Miriam. And on this next set, she's going to jump way ahead of Lucy. So
where are they at? I can't see it, CJ.
Amy's going to win the workout. They're at 123, 6 minutes in. I don't know what the total rep is. I'm guessing it's 130 something. Amy's look great. She's going to for sure win this workout at this point.
Yeah, she has that crazy flare out that you see a
lot of rest here.
Well,
Wait,
Miriam's totally blown.
Yeah,
Miriam's totally blown.
failure.
I think Amy's going to continue to pull away. We've got 120.
Lucy Campbell's in the lead, CJ.
Yeah, I know, but Amy
Amy looks so smooth.
Amy looks a lot better.
Got 2 left. Lucy, calm down. She came down. Just 2 left.
Three and
Go.
Down, yeah. Oh,
Miriam's
they both
a
came
failure.
down.
Miriam's doing singles.
Oh my gosh, she's got to get one more rep here.
Uh-oh, can she lock it out? Oh, did she get no rep?
That's not a lockout if they counted it.
They did, for sure.
Okay, they're counting it.
Yeah, they counted it.
Wow.
That was awesome. Hell yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, Miriam went to a full. She went.
Yeah,
full
she's in failure. She just failed that rep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, she's going to win the CrossFit Games. I'm trying to tell you all this. Don't doubt her. Yeah, lockouts are pretty solid.
they were soft,
all
for sure.
the way around. All the way around.
Well,
That
I don't
was-
think for Amy. I think maybe on some. I felt like Amy's were pretty solid at the end.
Okay.
By the way,
Um,
Augustine, I looked him up. I didn't even see him, so I'm not sure.
That's why I don't know if he's even doing it, but he would be my pick if for somebody.
I didn't see him on the 2026 leaderboard, so I don't think so. But maybe
Yeah,
I
I thought it.
spelled it
Yeah.
wrong.
That was great. Miriam came out too hot. All right, guys. So a very, very good telltale sign of what not to do. This is going to happen to
I feel like it's one
everyone.
of the first times it's happened in recent memory. No, where like
What?
in an announcement, an athlete just bombs it.
Oh no, people have bombed
the bar
before.
muscle up, that bar muscle up workout that they did at Proven 2 years ago. Someone like maybe it was and again, bombed is probably very relative.
I would say bombed is relative. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
This is
bombed
still an
probably to what
insane
she's going to get
score.
on her redo, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, eight is still an insane score.
Yeah.
So that bar muscle up workout, Ariel blew up, or one of the females. What I can't remember who. There was 2 professional females that did it, and the other one, maybe it was Daniel Brandon. I don't know. I can't remember. Whoever did it, one of them blew up hugely and was doing singles on the bar muscle ups at the very end. So Sydney, thank you.
You talking about Sydney versus Emily Wolf? That one?
Oh, was that it? It
They were against each other on that
24.3. Or yeah, 24.3 was like the chest to bar thruster, then bar muscle up thruster, the 5 rounds.
Yeah.
Okay, that one. Someone blew up there. I can't remember who, and they were like huge lead and blew up a ton. Anyways, all right. All right, let me know. Can someone listen? So we'll listen to the interviews.
What was Lucy's time?
I don't know. I didn't even see it.
High 6s, low 7s, maybe. Yeah, so it looks like
Yeah.
low 6s.
I mean, it's all about the ring muscle ups. Like,
Wow.
I think.
Yep, 56.
I think
52.
normal Tia to go sub 6.
Yeah,
You said,
that's
you said
also, yeah.
blowing up in comparison to her redo. And even though we did have that 20-foot, I mean, like there's realistically in the redo, if you were her coach, right, would you say that you would potentially encourage a slight bit more pacing in the up front, or is kind of just, do you think
I would honestly,
what happens on the rings happens on the rings?
I don't know what her fatigue point is. It looks like the dip, so it's probably like
Just break it up more. Go 5
what
sets
do
of
you
4.
break up though? Like, do you put the dumbbell down?
No. When you get there, you just take a deep breath. Don't rush to the
I
rings.
think she went 5-3 to like 5-3-2. So the 5 was probably
just 4-4-4-4. And you don't go until you get 4.
Or even 3s, or whatever it is, right? Which is what a lot of people are going to do, right? So let's not assume what Amy did is the norm. Right. It's going to be very much a managing press fatigue and getting to failure at that point. It's going to come on a lot faster. So whatever your normal 20 for time is, whatever you would normally do, if you would go like 7-7. What is happening? Is that you? Oh, that's Sean.
That's baby girl. Sorry.
And if that's your normal, like 7-7-6 or something like that, right? Or even if it's like 10-5-5, you're going to go into it with like at least 50%, probably closer to 40%, right? Like, so like Gus said, Gus is pretty good at muscle ups and he's going to go 3s. I think that's probably, if you know that you have a decent 20 for time that's under 3 minutes, 3s are the max that you should be doing. Most people, 98% of the population is probably going to be good with doubles. And so, yeah. All right. Let's pause for a second and listen.
Multiple times games athlete, and then all of the mess happened. And I don't think that without that, I would have been here in this situation and had the year that I had last year. So yeah, I think just everything happens for a reason, and keep working and trust it.
You got a little emotional yesterday when we kind of came out here on the floor. Tell me, what's it like for you? You just did your first CrossFit Open announcement.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a massive sop anyway, so it doesn't take much to make me cry, but it's just super special. I think, not necessarily everyone watches the games. Not everyone is interested in the sports side of CrossFit, and that's okay. But everyone watches a CrossFit announcement, and like the Open is such a big part of the community, and I know that it's been such a big part for every single gym that I've been at, every version of CrossFit Nottingham that I was at, and now Cattle Dog CrossFit, and so yeah, being able to sort of show off for them as well, it's really special.
Congrats, Lucy. Amy, we've been together for a few years. I've seen your journey. You've gone so far. What is it about your mental or physical training that has gotten you to this point now?
Yeah, I feel really very lucky to get to call this my job every day. And I think I've just, switched my mindset a bit. Like I do belong here. Hence, like, getting picked to do something like this. yeah, and every day believing I belong, which makes me find it, I guess, easier to train that way. Yeah, just enjoy it. Yeah.
Thank you, Amy. Miriam, you've won back-to-back CrossFit Opens. You're here now doing an open announcement.
I know.
Tell me, how does it feel to be achieving this now?
Yeah, it's very specially, so it's very different to the gym at the home. And it's so amazing, so much spectators, and it's pushed me a lot in the workout.
What goes into being back-to-back world champs in the Open?
The programming.
That was funny, Nelson.
Yeah, so I changed not a lot of things. So yeah, focus in training, focus at the weaknesses. So I know ring muscle ups is one of my biggest weakness, and it's so much better than last year. But I see I have so much more to improve.
We've got time. Obrigada, ladies. Chase, we're going to throw down here on the floor.
Yeah, I feel like it's also so interesting, right? Because like you said, CJ, like people are like, oh, like I mean, obviously I use the term like bombed out too. She's still got like 8 minutes.
8 minutes.
Like,
She's only a minute behind, right?
Yeah,
I mean, like,
that's so crazy.
And she was doing basically singles. Okay, so I think this workout breaks into 3 categories, right? The first one is kind of broad. It's, can you do the next gymnastics movement? And if the answer is no, then it's a race to the tiebreak, right? And that's for our older athletes. If the answer is I can do one, then I can do one, or I'm looking to get my first, or I can do a couple under a lot of fatigue, then it's pace to the tiebreak. The tiebreak is irrelevant. The whole goal is to be as recovered as possible for the attempt on the next one. And then the final one is, can you do the next gymnastics movement under fatigue? If so, then it is, find your pace to hold a comfortable chunks of work to make sure that when you get to the muscle ups, you are able to not go to failure relative to your capacity, right? So those are our 3 groups of people.
And the tie break too, Kevin, just so you know, the tie break is taken after each set of dumbbell snatches. Yeah.
Yep. What's up, Ben?
What's up, y'all? I like this workout.
Yeah, it's a good one. Hey, do you want to do it live tomorrow?
Yeah, we need somebody to.
I really thought bar muscle ups were going to be the one.
I know. I'm so pumped. Now,
from
a logistics standpoint, they threw it out the window, which is why I think everyone anticipated, like progression, pull up, chest to bar, bar muscle up, which is what we've done in the past.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to annoy gyms. Honestly, it is. Yeah. But you know what? I think ring muscle ups in the open are open magic. I think they hit it on the head, and they were very accurate, telling the affiliates, hey, we're going to have some open magic, and ring muscle ups are the definition of open magic.
And they leave time for it too, right? So elite athletes are going to fly through this. Like I sure hope I finish this workout. I better. A lot of people are going to, if they're proficient at the gymnastics, are going to finish, but they didn't make it so that you had to be proficient at gymnastics to get to the muscle ups. So This is like, I mean, it's basically like, where's that limiter? I'm sure you've already talked about it. It's like, if you can't do an RX pull up, that's your goal. If you get one RX pull up, you're going to pass thousands of people in the leaderboard. If you get your first RX chest to bar, thousands of people. If you get your first RX ring muscle up, tens of thousands of people at least, and that's kind of the separator. It's like the other stuff is kind of like, meh, it's just almost negligible. But yeah, will I be ready to do it live tomorrow? It depends on when it is. I'm still atrociously sore.
When it is?
26.1. What'd you say? Like when he does it.
Oh.
Yeah, you said, do you want to go live tomorrow and do it? And I said, depends on when.
I mean, you tell me. You're the guy going live.
I don't know.
I can't do the workout, so I'll be doing a strict all the way to the ring muscle up.
Friday, I might want to do it on Saturday, but we'll put a pin on that and see how tonight goes, because I got a lot of filming to do, obviously.
Cool.
CJ, how many people did we have? I think we're at like 4 or 5 first ring muscle ups inside of WODprep Academy
this week.
Just this week,
between one-on-one coaching and WODprep Academy is 5, I think, because I had 2 athletes that I've coached for a long time too, and so I was super excited. Like my level of athlete that I usually take, or the person, they're either muscle ups aren't in there at all, like it's just not a thing they do because it's a GPP athlete and not a CrossFitter, or they have them. And so it's been years, and I mean years, since I've coached an athlete personally to their first muscle up, and I got 2 in the same week. And
I do that every day, bro.
We know you do that every day. I get it. It's cool. All right.
But yeah, that's
I was super excited.
That's amazing. And you should be, because that's a magical experience. And what's cool is there's so many people who might be watching this, or there's so many people looking at this workout that have no idea that they're going to get their first ring muscle up.
Mhm.
And it's going to be so awesome because like, I know you guys have seen it in the past, at least everyone here, but like there's one on YouTube that's actually not too old. It's one of our more recent videos where I literally take a guy, his name's Mark. He went to WODprep camp that one time. He had never done a ring muscle up ever. And I, in 10 minutes, teach him a step-by-step progression. It's very simple, but it's very specific. So you have to watch it. I teach him a step-by-step progression on how to get his first ring muscle up. I call it a semi-strict or a semi-kip, either one. But it's basically like a false grip that you dig in, and then you do a little mini kip. And I promise you, so many people watching this will get their first ring muscle up if they try that. It's going to be
so. Let me break this down a little further for Ben. If you have how many pull-ups, Ben?
We've
just give me the number.
Usually it's 7. Usually it's like 6 or 7.
Right. If you have 6 or 7 pull-ups and you don't have a ring muscle
strict
pull-ups, and you are looking to get some help, go see the bottom, go to WODprep.com.
No, don't go to WODprep.com. Go to WODprep.com/academy. Come on, CJ.
Yeah, I don't know why it's done that. I was totally shame on me. I'm fired.
I mean, they'll find it if they go there. But yeah, like, so just like right now in WODprep Academy, I know there's people posting, but like this weekend, I wouldn't be surprised if we get 10 or 15 people just in our little WODprep Academy private open coaching group, their first ring muscle. Like, it's happening. I'm so stoked. And then of course, like, we got a lot of free stuff. There's a lot of good videos online. Make sure, if you guys haven't, go to WODprep.com/open. That'll sign you up for like our free strategy guides that I send out, which will include all of the public free resources that I've released over the years that will teach you how to do your first kipping pull up, your first chest to bar, and your first ring muscle up. Like, we have all the videos out there, and I'll send it to you in like a digest form along with my full strategy guide video that I'm about to go shoot, which will have some details about how to get it set up. But like, it's going to be awesome. This is going to be a great week to be inside of WODprep or just following WODprep. Big time.
Yeah, all I can think of is all the resources available in Academy, such as the strategy call, the redo call, the 24-hour turnaround time on feedback on your movement on any given day, and then also the seminar. There's seminars for each one of these things. And so there's 90-minute seminars in there for every one of these movements.
There's literally a
access,
90-minute seminar in Academy that teaches you exactly how to get your first ring muscle up.
Yep. So there's just a lot in there. So
let's go, Justin. Yeah, Justin's inside of WODprep Academy. He knows. He knows the deal. Like, he came to Justin, great story. I'm gonna tell it because it's phenomenal. So Justin joined WODprep Academy, came to camp. I remember we were on an office hours call together, like where I review videos and stuff, and it was just Justin. That was back before it kind of started growing in popularity. Justin showed up and he's like, yeah, I tried to bring muscle up the other day, or maybe it was bar muscle ups, and I was like, we got him bar muscle ups easy, and now I can do like 8 or 9 unbroken. And then he like casually mentioned, he's like, I probably can't do a ring muscle up. I'm not even close. I'm like, you got a video? He's like, yeah, I got one attempt. He showed me a video of his attempt. I broke it down for him. I walked him through exactly the progression that I'm talking about. And I was like, Justin, I guarantee that if you follow what I'm telling you, you will get a ring muscle up on your next attempt, like your next session. You might fail 1 or 2 attempts. You're going to get it your next time you try. And Justin, I don't know if you're still here, but he literally, it's like 2 days later was like, Ben, I followed what you said and I did my first ring muscle up, and we have it on video. It's awesome. And that's just like, that's what we do. So this is a workout very well designed for WODprep, because it's the limiting factor is gymnastics. And we are very good at helping people get their first of that thing, get better at being efficient at that thing, whether it's pull-ups, toes to bar, ring muscle ups, bar muscle ups, all that stuff. And then just like CJ's done, like, we will ascend you up that ladder. Like, Liza did her first toes to bar ever back in August. She went from 0 to 13. Then she got her first kipping pull-ups. And then last week, guess what? She got her first bar muscle up. It's just like, it's a very simple, like, linear progression. You just have to know what drills to do and how often to do them. One thing for, like, I obviously this isn't a complete sales pitch, but one thing I mentioned in my reaction video that I just shot, I think one of the biggest key takeaways for everyone watching, if you're someone who's not good at one of those gymnastic movements, okay, you're like, I like, it's hit or miss, I can't really nail it. one of the biggest cues that I can give you is make sure you start your rep with as much momentum as you possibly can. And what I mean by that is don't use a pull-up bar that's like this far above your maximum standing reach, right? Don't use a set of rings that's a huge effort for you to jump up to. When it comes to rings, when it comes to the pull-up bar, my sweet spot, I don't know what Nelson likes or what CJ likes or John Young or anybody. Also, John, I love the fact that you were training when I joined. Like you were on the bike, you were training and on a podcast. That's next level.
Most people hate that, so I appreciate that.
The bar, I like to, on my tippy toes, I like to be able to barely touch it, right? Because when I actually grab the bar, then my feet are never going to touch the ground, but I'm using the least amount of jump to get to that grabbing of the bar. Same thing with the rings. So like at full extension, tippy toes, like maybe just to be safe, just a little bit above your maximum standing reach. That's the sweet spot. If you have a bar or rings that are way higher than that, it puts you at a disadvantage because when you jump up to that apparatus, you're wasting a lot of that momentum jumping up when you could be jumping up, grabbing it, and then swinging into that first kip with a ton of aggression, with a ton of momentum. Claire's seen me talk about that a lot on the office hours calls that we have. Any thoughts on that, guys? I know I'm rambling.
I've got a question for you about how you train the ring muscle up a little bit. I don't want you to tell all our secrets, but
dude, I'll tell.
I know. We got to sign up for the academy to learn all of them. Right? You can like leak one or two, but
the academy is where you get the video coaching, where I will watch you attempt to ring muscle up, and I will tell you exactly what to do to fix it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'll share the secrets, man.
I have had a lot of success in getting people their first ring muscle up by, again, what you guys said about the adequate strength. Completely agree. I think it's 7 strict pull-ups. I think women can get away with 5. They tend to be more bendy.
More mobile.
Use more movement. Right? Yeah. If they got the hip pop with it, they don't need as much strength, but you still need 5 100% strict pull-ups. So I agree with that. I call them boosties, and I'll just have them do a ring muscle up and like, trust me, you're gonna get up there. Don't freak out. And like the first one, I have to be ready to catch them because they might fall through. But I will just push them on the lower back, upper back. And it basically, if they get to here, all it does is put them to here. Yep. And if they get up there, their whole body gets through what the movement is. And it's hard to learn a movement because you practice failing it all the time. So I be like, we don't want to, we're going to practice you doing the full movement successfully.
100%. With a little bit of a spot.
Right. Yeah. And then we'll get to 5 in a row with me boosting them every time.
Oh, really?
And then I can kind of feel where like I'm barely helping them on the first one. Right. Yeah. And then I'm like, all right, let's go ahead. Let's knock out a set. And I won't tell them at all. And then I just kind of stand back and then just let them do it. And they, every like 90% hit rate, they get their first ring muscle up.
Yep. Yeah.
And
I've definitely used that technique in the past where it's like I do the boosty. I like that term.
Men hate it. I use it for the men too. And be like, hey, well, let me give you a boosty and then we'll get you there. And they hate it, but I call that for everybody.
And there's been so many times where it's like I give them a boosty, right? And I usually do singles because I'm usually not worried about unbroken, but I think it's cool that you do that. But like they'll go up.
It gives them confidence.
Exactly.
Like it's not about doing them more in a row.
Right.
It's more like, oh yeah, I know how to do this. It's not a scary thing every time.
Yeah, but one of my favorite techniques as a coach is like we're getting them their confidence. I usually do low ring work first with bands to teach them the transition and just show them what it feels like to go from here to here on the rings and have some instability. And that's kind of hard to describe, but anyway, I do low ring work. And then we
people who are on the rings before they know what it is.
Yep. And then we do some high ring work, and I'll traditionally give them a boosty. And one of my favorite things to do is they'll do one, they got it. Great. I tell them a couple more cues to help them get more comfortable. Claire seen me talk about this. One of the biggest fixes that I give people in WODprep Academy, I call it the gap of death. I made that up 2 weeks ago, and I love it. It's stuck.
To here?
Well, the gap of death to me is when we go for the transition, okay, the rings blow out. and they end up, you'll see a gap, and I will draw it on the screen. I'm like, look, you have the gap of death. And basically it's like they swing the rings out wide. And as you know, it's like every inch that those rings go out, you are getting closer and closer to an iron cross, which we're not practicing. The tighter those rings, the farther away from an iron cross you are, and that's easier, right? So like I get people to get rid of that gap here by snapping the rings to their chest so they can catch the lowest dip, right? And my favorite thing is like, I'll boost them. I give them a couple cues. Then I'm like, all right, yep, let's do one more time. I'll boost you. And then I just won't boost them and they'll get it.
and they can't believe it.
That's a trick. It's a wizard trick.
Yeah. So take away from this for people listening that like you know, realistically, unless you're in one of our affiliates, and then let's talk, you know, like, is there a coach that can safely, that will agree to do that and assist you, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's pretty important.
One other thing, because I've actually had multiple times, this was early in my coaching career, where I taught everyone everything we talked about, right? I specifically remember there was one girl, Kate, and she was a cheerleader at UNC, and I like took her through this entire process of learning her first ring muscle up, and she nailed it. It was perfect. Her movement was great. She got above the rings and she caught it. It was in the dip perfectly. And I'm like, okay, finish the dip. And she's like, I can't do ring dips. And I was like, what? And she just sat there and was like, and she couldn't.
Why are we trying?
No matter if she was kipping, she couldn't finish it. So like, don't forget, we talked about the pull-ups because that's usually where people are lacking. But if you can't do like one really strict, I know I like higher, but like I've seen people who are like, I can only do 1 or 2 ring dips. That's definitely more on the dangerous side, but like I've seen them. It's amazing what adrenaline can do, basically.
Sure.
Like, right, they get above it and they're like, they grind it out and they make it happen. But like, if you cannot do, I agree with you, John. Like, let's say we'll meet in the middle. If you can't do 3 or 4 really, really strict, deep ring dips, then don't try. Like, you really shouldn't be trying.
You're not ready.
Because you're not ready to support your weight in an unstable environment like that.
And it's going to be the deepest dip you've ever felt. Like 100%. You got to know that.
100%. 100 freaking percent.
So then,
and if you want to ring muscle up and you don't have that, then you need to do ring dip EMOMs or tricep accessory work. Like that's just what you need to do because you have no business playing on the rings until you can do that. It's like if your max snatch was 135. And a workout started with 185 snatches, and you go ahead and try it.
Right.
That's pretty dumb, right? You wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
It's smarted, right? And yeah, don't do that. Get strong.
I think another thing too is just, get all the equipment out that you possibly could use here, right? Like the standards for the ring muscle up are that you basically start in that lockout position with your feet off the ground, but that doesn't mean you can't jump into it. That doesn't mean you can't like have assistance into it. Obviously you can't use like a band or anything, but I mean, I know, in our courses and a lot of what we help with our athletes in the group is talking about drop-in muscle ups. I think that's a great way to potentially get your first one here, get as much momentum as you can.
Because, that's a box, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
1, potentially even 2 boxes, setting them up really, really high, right? Because as long as you don't start in one of these, you get to here, you're fine. Because there's nothing like more than I hate seeing than, people who like do 5, 6, 7 kips like to get a muscle up. It's how I got my first one, but I'm not saying that's how you should. But like the idea of feeling confident because you're going off of 1 rep or 1 kip is, I think, really important. And then, like this is definitely one where it's like, if you're going to have, there are people here who have good gymnastics who, we could be talking about 6, potentially even 7, probably not 7, but close to 6 minutes of messing around with muscle ups. And if you have that much time, you'll probably still be like, you won't be crazy under fatigue right now. Like if you blast through this in like 5.5, 6 minutes, then you're going to be really tired. But if you have a lot of time, obviously take time as soon as you get done to rest a little bit. And then like, you can almost treat it like a skill session, right? Like what Ben and John were saying, no rep a couple of your first reps, get some boosties, get some spots, do some jumping muscle ups off of a box. Like it's not a bad idea to like, if you're about to go over top the rings and your shoulders are already kind of blasted, just literally like get on a box, jumping, get over the rings, build some confidence. Obviously,
and your judge will be like, no rep, but you're exposing yourself to the movement instead of making it. You're fatigued, and then you're like, let me just try this full thing. I agree with that because like there's nothing in the rules that say you can't get no repped. practicing before you actually go for a real rep. Like, that's
and don't have an ego. Don't have an ego about it. Like there are a lot of men that have egos about spotting like that. Like they just want to.
Not here at WODprep, man.
Don't have that.
Yeah.
All the boosties.
One other like tip, and again, this will be broken down in much more detail, you know, obviously in the academy, but especially in, you know, all the free content we're going to make. But like, it's like this weird middle ground where like I've seen CrossFit repost it, and it's like it technically counts, right? So remember, the movement standards are you must pass through full extension, right? You know, must start at or pass through full extension for a pull-up, for a chest bar, for a ring muscle up, bar muscle up, all those things. So one of the big cues that I give is that box drop-in technique. Like, John, have you ever seen that? Where it's like athletes, instead of needing to leap to a set of high rings, it's like set up a box or some sort of platform, any J hooks, whatever. Set something up that you can climb yourself up to the rings.
Or 2 boxes in between the rings, like right here. And
rings
you
are in
just kind of
between,
jump into it.
Yeah, and it works so well. And like, okay, can you do that at your local CrossFit competition or at semifinals? Or you can, but it's like, I don't think it falls in the uncommon movement clause. We've been coaching people to get their first ring muscle ups, pull ups, things like that with this technique for years. And by all intents and purposes, it checks all the boxes and it works. All you're essentially doing is just starting at a really high position so that you can grab onto whatever the thing is, the bar, the rings. You dig in your grip specifically on the rings. And then from those boxes, you just lower yourself down on the boxes. And then you just do feet come off the boxes, one little mini kip, boom, you'll float up there. And it's like, it's unbelievable how many people don't think they can do a muscle up and they get one right away doing that. So I'm very excited for this week. This is going to be a special week in the CrossFit community. Lots of first timers. I do have to hop off really soon. So I got to do my sponsor plug, guys. This one is really cool though. Nelson, you have been using it, right? This week, all the free content, like all the production value and the people I'm paying to basically release all this free content. Only way it happens is with our sponsors during the open, and Work is our sponsor this week. Nelson, you've been using your Work. Tell me how it's been going for you.
Yeah, CJ, who's been giving me programming and feedback, can tell you a little bit about it too. I mean, I really, really like it, man. I mean, it's good for a lot of different reasons. Obviously, it's always, first off, there are lots of times where I found out I sometimes do too many reps in a set. There are some times where I do too little. So it's interesting to see that. And, and it's honestly like there are times where like I see that I did 2 more power snatches. I'm like, no, I didn't. And then I go back and watch the video and I did. And then same thing, flip on the flip side. So from that perspective, it's really cool. And then, for someone who's like super nerdy about all of the stuff within the sport, it's really cool to look, it measures ranges of motion within movements and the deviation from like a baseline range of motion. So obviously when we're talking about something where you're doing 180 wall balls, it's pretty cool to see like how your movement deviates. And then you can see that breakdown. I mean, it is quite literally every single aspect of how nuanced you want to get within the sport. You can get at like, anybody can get that nuance and it like presents that data for you. So, I mean, obviously you don't want to get too lost in the weeds for it. That's why you let us coaches kind of handle it for you. But I mean, I think it's just a really good tool to show you all the things that, you aren't seeing. And I think probably the most important one is just for anybody doing, just whether it's your first open or you're trying to make it to quarterfinals, is just this idea of showing, it also gives you all of your splits for all of your movements, including transition times.
And each rep cycle
that's
time,
big.
which is crazy. So basically I probably should have prefaced this. So what Work is so I wear wearable tech, right? I got my Oura ring. I have my thingy, Garmin watch. I've worn Whoops. I've worn all of them. Okay. And none of them track CrossFit workouts. They'll show you your heart rate. Sure. Work is a wearable tech device. You wear the motion sensor and heart rate sensor on your chest, and then you wear the other one on your wrist. And it is the first wearable tech that is specifically designed for CrossFit. And when I say it's unbelievable, you just click, I'm working out, you do a workout, and then it will literally tell you exactly how long you worked out, how many reps you did. It's so good. It will, like, when I go to drink my water bottle, I'll be like, oh, I gotta take a drink of water because I don't feel like exercising and I want to take a break. It'll show me it's like up carry movement. Like you did 1 carry movement. It's the amount of data you can get from it is incredible. It's still kind of in the beta stage, But right now they're giving 50% off. I just posted a link somewhere in the comments. Basically, it's like they're giving people who follow WODprep a chance to try it out for 50% off. That means 50% off the tech. And then eventually they will be releasing a completely new, brand new, fancier one. But if you want to get it and use it, it works phenomenally well.
Yeah.
And the main thing is like the way that I use it is like it will show you when you accidentally shave reps in a workout, or in Nelson's case, when you accidentally do extra reps in a workout, but it will accurately show you your heart rate data for every specific movement. So it's like you can be like last week for 26.1, it showed me how much my heart rate spiked in each set of the wall balls. And it showed me that I was able to recover a little bit on the box step. It like, and you can track all of this. It shows you average heart rate, cycle time. It shows you, oh, wow, I took a 30-second break there. Shouldn't have done that. And it senses it. And again, it's not like I'm designing a workout and saying, hey, track this. It tracks it automatically. And it's crazy. So I'm big into AI now as of yesterday. And the AI that they have attached to it, along with the technology and the motion sensors, are crazy. It's based on research out of Harvard. Anyway, I'm kind of talking too long about this. As you can see, I'm really excited about this. Go try it out. There's a Typeform link that I posted somewhere in the comments. CJ, hopefully you can grab that and post it somewhere. That's, yeah, it may be hard to type in, but we'll have it in the full strategy guide, and the reaction video will have a link to it. But it's freaking cool, and it's only going to get better. So check it out, try it. Huge training tool, and also a freaking cool tool for coaches. You can put it on an athlete, and instead of seeing the total time of a workout, like if I could actually get Katie to wear hers, like CJ would be able to see exactly what her heart rate was during a specific interval of a specific part of the workout, how much she rested between the sled pushes and the row. Like, it's crazy. It's a crazy tool for both athletes and coaches.
Awesome.
I guarantee you your heart rate differs on like a hinging pattern versus a squatting pattern versus a pulling pattern versus a pressing pattern.
But that's unique to every athlete too. Like
I can tell a coach, this is where we need to focus on. So your heart rate is 140 doing, box jump overs like it is for dumbbell snatches, or vice versa.
Last week's a perfect workout for that, right? You're doing essentially like the same movement the entire time, right? You're squatting on the box, you're getting into a squat essentially on the step over, you're squatting on the wall ball, so you can really see, yes, people have good cycle speeds, but a big part of it is also, can you actually, maintain the same heart rate? Because a lot of people were talking like, oh, like last week's just like an engine workout. And it's like, it's not really an engine workout. It's a like squatting endurance workout, right? And that's directly related to your heart rate, but not in the way that you kind of think, right? So, I mean, that's a great way to see like, okay, you can make it to about 110 wall balls, and then you just see this huge spike, right? And that's like that lactic thresholds. I mean, really good data from a coach's perspective.
And like, so Amfry Sanchez 07 was like, hey, I made Garmin track my CrossFit workout, right? And I have that. I have like CrossFit Icon on this. But literally, you're just like, you press start and it tracks your heart rate.
Yeah.
Like this, again, you like have to kind of see it to believe it. You press record, you do any workout, like make up the craziest work, whatever. And then you come back, it processes the data that the wearable devices and the motion sensing and how far your wrist was from the other sensor and whether you're going up or down and hinging. And then it literally tells you the exact workout you did. Like when I was doing the box jumps, it said, hey, are you doing box jump overs? Right? Like check yes. And it tells you what you did. It knew the wall balls. It knew when I accidentally shortened a rep or squatted too low. It's
Nelson all the time about that.
It's crazy. So like the Garmin's like, yeah, CrossFit workout, sure. And then it shows you heart rate. This literally shows you your workout with heart rate, with cycle times, range of motion. It's mind blowing. So anyway, I gotta shut up about this because I do have to go shoot more videos.
Yeah, go do that. Go make us money, okay?
Yeah,
Ben,
I'm really gonna try. Yes, Claire.
One of the commenters just said, can you give some advice in your strategy video for the ring muscle ups for rings that are super short straps? So
yeah, and what's cool about the short straps is like
easier than long straps.
Yeah, they're way easier than long straps. So I don't necessarily think there needs to be tips for cycling them. They can get a little weird for people because it's like it doesn't have as much give. Right?
The kip is just a little shorter. You just got to cut your dip or your kip a little bit short.
Yeah,
I think the better you get at muscle ups, the easier long straps become, and the harder the short straps become because you can really rely on the kip and like the momentum.
But you get more patient.
Yeah. But if you're trying to get your first muscle up, I would go on the shortest straps possible, honestly.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Cool.
All right, y'all.
Cool.
Any other, hey guys, before I leave, any other tips that you want me to include in the strategy guide?
I think really hammering on like the very similar to last year's point 2, right? Where it's like there's 3 types of athletes, right? There's racing to a tiebreak. There's racing. There's pacing to get open magic, right? Or if you know you're not very strong at the next level of gymnastics pattern, right? And then there is racing to finish, right? And so are pacing and racing to finish. And so everyone's going to fall within one of those 3 categories. Also, very much laying into the fact that everyone has pull-ups, chest to bars, and muscle-ups. There is no age group scaling, which is cool.
What about, I saw somewhere in our chat that did they release a scaled version of this, or
There's a scaled version. Yeah, scaled version is jumping pull-ups, chest to bars. So
okay, cool. So even the scaled division, they're going to reach that theoretical potential limit and still be able to get open magic. Cool.
Yep.
Correct.
I got a 78-year-old girl who's about to do ring muscle ups. It's going to light the world on fire.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
All right, y'all.
So, yeah.
Anything else?
That's our biggest thing. All shoulders. Find ways to relax unless you know you're going to burn it down on the muscle ups. Break the dumbbells. Transition hands. It's even not a bad idea to put the dumbbells down after 40 feet if you are not very good at muscle ups or whatever the next thing is. Same thing with dumbbell snatches. Go 10, shake it out. 10. Break up more if you are looking to find that open magic. Right, 15 minutes is a really long time. It doesn't take a lot of intensity to get to the muscle up. To make your attempts there, or especially if it's pull-ups or chest to bars or whatever.
Yeah, since the tiebreak, what for those athletes, the open
after
magic
the dumbbell
athletes,
snatch,
the tiebreak time won't matter
if you get the rep.
You just get 1 rep, right?
Correct.
Because
Or
you're
one
all the tiebreak time racers.
Yep.
And this is such a repeatable effort workout for most people that doing this more than one time, feeling it out is perfectly
this is
okay.
like
Back in the day, I probably would have hit this one 3 or 4 times.
Kind of workout.
Yeah. Ben, talk about hand care. Probably a good time to talk about some hand care.
Yeah. I mean, hand care. Yeah.
Not here, just in your video, just like a quick one.
I mean,
like
basically, dude, have you guys? This is not a sponsor plug or anything. No, I'm saying, have you got? So for the longest time, I didn't use grips, and then I started using grips. Okay, and then like 3 weeks ago, I started using grips with a sweatband.
Yeah. Welcome.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Dude, the sweatband is insane because it allows
Ben,
you
these are the kind of things that
Then
you
go
don't
make a video.
Yeah, these are the kind of things you don't admit to the world when you've been given gymnastics advice for 15 years. Right?
I mean, you've gotten this far without them.
I don't need those things, but now I do because they're incredible in a cheat code. All right, guys, bye.
Goodbye.
We love you.
All right.
I love it. All right. Hey, anything else? Because we do need to wrap up. We got about 22 minutes till we need to head over to our academy coaching call.
Nope. If you guys are looking for help, Open Magic, WODprep.com/academy. We will help you get your first pull up, your first chest to bar, or your first muscle up in the next.
How are we going to
24
help
hours.
them do that, CJ?
Mm-hmm. Video
how
review, posting. We have live coaching inside of the group. We're about to join a strategy call with how many people we have on the strategy call last week? 100?
Yeah, somewhere around 100.
Almost 100 people on our strategy call live, asking questions, getting feedback from our coaches. If you need videos reviewed, you can post in there and you'll get feedback within, I don't know, it's usually within 24 hours, but during the open, it's like a couple hours, especially on Friday, Saturday, Sunday morning, that kind of stuff. So we are able to, we have the capacity to manage as many videos as you want to post, and we'll help you get that first thing or help you get from 2 to 10 muscle ups or whatever it is, strategize and so on.
Unrelated to that, but just the live stream. There's also a comment they did last week. They had those not average Joes, but the airmen do the workout. They just had the women do the workout this week. There was no community side of it. So just a little like, oh, hey, that happened. And then over 100,000 live concurrent viewers. They are now sitting at 325,000 views total, just less than an hour afterwards. So
cool. And it really dropped off from 1 million, didn't it?
Well, it didn't hit 1 million until the night.
Yeah, well, and also we just start.
No, they said 1 million.
Well, that was
last year.
That was just an oopsie.
I'm just saying, whoever was putting it out there. Also, it's not going to help for the open. I don't think it'll. I don't know why, but It's not going to help you during the Open because, Dave Castro's scared of weights for the community. He doesn't think y'all can do jack. So, but if you will help in quarterfinals. So if you need help getting strong, jybarbell.com. Okay. At WODprep, it's kind of like the pyramid, right? I would put WODprep at the bottom of the pyramid. It's the most important. But then after that, you want to get strong. jybarbell.com.
Side by side.
The offer
there might be working together later on.
Yeah.
So I'm not in charge of those decisions.
All right, guys. John, thank you for working out on the call.
Yeah.
And guys, thanks for being here. Good luck. Head over to wodprep.com/academy. Let us help you, right? Tag WODprep on Instagram. Hang into the DMs. You'll get help. We'll point you to the right direction. If you're looking for some extra help to make that open magic happen, we are your place. So good luck. Have fun. Our strategy video and articles will be out in a few hours. Thanks. Have a great one. And we'll see you guys soon.